The problem of Nigeria is not gun and bullet. It's spiritual. It's spiritual. You can't fight an ideology with gun and bullet. Let me explain this. Sit down before we pray. I'm worried. Some people want to fight an ideology. How do you fight an ideology? An ideology is like a spirit. You can't fight an ideology. You can't use gun and bullet to stop an ideology. The way to deal with an ideology, you engage it with wisdom. The only bullet that can kill an ideology is the bullet of knowledge. Wisdom. Wisdom. The only way to deal with the ideology is to go back to the founder of the ideology and reprogram the ideology and stand at the central processing unit of the ideology and make sure it is rightfully corrected. Look at, if you remove the leader, have you removed the ideology? There are more crazy Nnamdi Kanu that will come up after Nnamdi. They are just hiding under him. The only way to kill this is not by gun and bullet. It's by engaging with proper dialogue, with knowledge and wisdom. This cry we are hearing here is not a cry of children, it's a cry of adults. The only way, I am not an advocate that Nigeria should separate, God forbid. No. But I'm saying the best way to handle this, listen to the cry of the children. Sit down. Everything is not gun and bullet. When you take the leader away, okay, take the leader away. The next, how many people are on the street? Do you know how many spirit of Biafra have entered people? Do you know how many? Do you know how many millions are carrying the spirit of Biafra around? So if you kill the leader or you take the leader away, can you take the spirit from everybody? Ojukwu is not here, but Biafra is alive. It's an ideology. The man who started it has left. Before he left, he kept quiet and lived peacefully and left. But the generation that have come have picked it up. And it's even worse than his own now. And they are engaging it with an idea, with knowledge. So the best way to deal with this is not gun and bullet. It's not gun and bullet. When the revolution want to start, the revolutionists, the first thing they will do, they will pass the idea and impregnate their followers. The only way to stop it is to stop them before they impregnate the followers. But if the followers are impregnated, that's all. All of them are carrying pregnancy. They will soon deliver to other children. If you have 2 million Biafra, you already have 4 million Biafra. Because they are selling the ideology. And now, I don't have a problem. But my own concern is that you don't take woman's life. The best way to do that, you engage them in the ideology. If you feel the ideology is not correct, you dialogue. You sit down with them. If dignifying them will make them feel important, then do that. We can't be killing people and we are getting excited. No. Boko Haram is a terrorist group. Have you stopped them from killing? Are they not still killing? They're still killing. Did it start as a peaceful group? Yes. Were the ideology crazy? Yes. How do you engage it? Engage the leaders. And you see, some of these things are very spiritual. They are very spiritual. Very spiritual. See, something that can die within 15 days, it can stay there for 15 years. Because the way leaders are handling it. The issue of Biafra is so simple. You are agitating? Is this what you want? Then comfort. Okay, let's do a referendum. Let's see how popular this your thing is. Or restructure Nigeria. That's all. Sit down with these boys. Make them feel important. How did the unrest in Niger Delta died? Yaradua did dialogue. That's the best way. This thing, everything, gun, bullet, everything, fight, aggression. It will take us nowhere. The world is too civilized. at America. Look at the way they abuse Trump and they say everything. The guy with those bands and tweet again. He tweets and continue his life. That is what we call civilization. That is what we call. You can abuse me to hell. Say whatever you want to say. It doesn't stop it. I am the president and I am the commander in charge of wherever you are. You abuse, but I'm still your president. These things are just simple maturity. To fill a political office is not maturity. It's an appointment. I'm worried. I started talking about Biafra before this happened. And I'll say, let's kill this thing. Dialogue. Dialogue. Even we as fathers, our children will just do some things and we see it very stupid. But we have to give them audience. I just hear them and let them talk. And when they talk, what do? We trust and advise them. Sitting down at the table and talking, even to take us to discuss for 1 month, for life not to be lost, is more important than losing lives. If we have to engage Nnamdi Kanu and all the Biafra discussing, young man, what do you want? Let's do night vigil in discussing than losing millions of souls. Discussion, dialogue will never kill anybody. But bullets will kill. Give Jesus a clap of praise.
Champions, people of wonders. Champions, people of wonders.
Whenever you are watching from, please come to speak. Joshua IGINLA, right at the or let them know from that response. There's a popular prophet of Joshua from Kenya. He said that the federal government should negotiate with Nnamdi Kanu now before it is too late. He said you cannot kill an ideology. Negotiate now. You think Nnamdi Kanu is actually winning war now?
It's not about Nnamdi Kanu winning the war. It's about divinity. It's about what God says. It's about what the authority is talking about. It's about the black Jewish nation. I'm giving you a reference of what happened in Germany when a Muslim, they were trying to kill him and they discovered that 90% of the world civilization was powered by the Jews. But this, not about the Jews. What I mean by talking about the Jews, if you understand what I mean, and to an extent, in all the sectors of the development of the world, Jews. When I say Jews, I'm talking about Jews, Israelis, Jews. Defeated 90% of the development of the world in science, in philosophy, in mathematics, in biology, in chemistry, in all education. Jews has been number one. And when they wanted to kill the founder of this electricity we are seeing today, I don't want to mention them, just to let you know the level of advancement in technology associated with this video to today. Then where are we? That an ideology that is as old as the earth, that did not start from Odumoduku, that did not start from Okibo, from Niger Delta, from Bayelsa, that did not even start from the British, that did not even start from the Portuguese, that is as old as the earth. Then how would you kill that kind of ideology? Nnamdi Kanu has become an epitome of national study. Yes, all over the world. People are beginning to study Nnamdi Kanu kind of philosophy. People are beginning to look at Nnamdi Kanu, and begin to see that this is something to represent. People are going to universities to unveil Nnamdi Kanu to start, not as a human being, but as an institution that represents an ideology. And we have downloaded the history of that ideology. And so many students, scholars, researchers, professionals, celebrants, experts in philosophy, in reasoning, in all education, are keeping into that institution. epitomized by the Supreme Leader, talking about Nnamdi Kanu. You can see the revelation coming from Kenya, where they are advising. They are not talking to the federal government direct. They are talking to the United Nations that it is time to proclaim sovereignty. Then you can see say they are making a statement to the federal government that does not know left and right, that cannot even maintain ordinary law and order, that does not even know whether they have CPGs or not, that it has always or consistently and often than more crossed the boundary of civility. They want people who want Biafra can never be associated with backwardness. Biafra is an advanced reasoning. When you want to advance, to that level, you begin to understand some certain things, you begin to move from one step to another. You begin to know, at this level, that the black Hebrew, which the Biafra represents in West Africa and in Africa, which has been proven over the years by researchers, by missionaries, by a lot of people, by reality on ground, will be associated with darkness called Nigeria. Of course, they are trying to say the federal government, this thing is not coming from Nigeria, it's not coming from Yoruba man, it's not coming from Yoruba prophets, it's coming from Kenya. Because you see one of them from Nairobi, Burkina Faso. All over Africa, Nnamdi Kanu is missing an institution. Look at what will happen in India, where Mama Gandhi is being researched on as an institution. In Africa today, that people are beginning to recognize him. Maybe it's a bit above or a little bit below Nelson Mandela. No. You see, what Professor Joshua of Kenya is trying to tell you is that Biafra has come. That what the United Nations and international community, of course, the world powers need to do now is to issue a FIA. Yes, another American government come out and say, sovereignty comes. We don't need Nigeria to do that. We can't give what we need in the United Nations to just accept it, and that's all. When Donald Trump was trying to proclaim Jerusalem, was trying to move the capital of Tel Aviv of Israel from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, he only made a statement, and because of that country. Anywhere America together has the power to veto any nation in the United Nations to this council, then you know that we are there, and that is the target. And that is what the Kenyan topmost pastor is telling the whole world, that it is time for the United Nations, and of course the world leader, recognize Biafra and Nnamdi Kanu. The federal government may not be in a position to contest that because the international law supersedes the national law. They contest it. We have different conventions that empower self-determination. We have several treaties all over the world that empower sovereignty, that empowers self-determination. So anybody can say that federal government is going to contest what ECOWAS is saying about Biafra. That means like if that person must come from Nigeria. It will take Nigeria 4,000 years to research. It will take Nigeria, I repeat, it will take Nigeria 4,000 years to be able to acquire the kind of wisdom that can unravel Biafra. 4,000 years to acquire knowledge and wisdom that can unravel Biafra.